Hello everyone, this is Anthony from the Cigar Castle, aka Don Antonio, and today I'm here with India. And India has been smoking cigars, but at this point in her smoking career, she has been smoking infused cigars. She particularly likes the upsetters, the sweet vanilla finish on it, and the light wrapper. And India wants to transition off of the infused cigars to something with regular tobacco that's not infused, and so I'm going to transition her into something that is on the very mild side of the spectrum. So India, you've been smoking cigars for how long now?
About 4 months, and I only started smoking because of my dad.
Okay.
So I don't know much about it, but you seem like the man that knows it all.
Oh, thank you, India.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the first cigar that I would like you to try as we transition you off of the infused cigars. And the most mild cigar that we have here in our humidor is the Rocky Patel 7 Series, the vintage 1999. So, India, on this cigar, you're going to experience very earthy kind of tones, but very hay-like and mild flavors. Very unoffensive to the palate. Now, when I'm transitioning people through what cigars to smoke on the mild side of the spectrum, I like to set them up in case that I'm not here on a particular night. You know what else you could look at and grab for yourself. So after you smoke that one, then I would suggest going to something that's a bit more on the mild side with just a step towards mild medium. So this one, very smooth. It's the Signature by Caldwell. Then, on the third experience or trip back in India, how often do you smoke now?
On weekends. I'm a weekend smoker.
Okay.
Fridays, Saturdays.
Okay, so then in a couple of weeks' time, or maybe 3 weeks' time, you're going to be able to experience all 4 of these cigars. So then I would go to the true mild medium. This particular cigar is by Avo, and it's the Avo, and it's the XO. And this cigar is 100% Dominican. It will be extremely earthy in its profile. It will have the tempered sweetness to that of the same degree as the hydrated fruit. And you're going to get a little bit of a caramel note in the background if your palate is anything like mine. About half the people detect that caramel note, and the other half haven't so far, and the ones that I've suggested this cigar to. And then we're going to go to another Connecticut wrap cigar. We're going to go over this way. And for that particular Connecticut, this one is a truly medium Connecticut. So much more bolder in its flavors. It's even going to have a little bit of a white pepper spice to it in the background. And that's going to introduce you to some of the more spicy notes, which would transition you then into the next level. And that's how I try to build it. I try to go from the very mild to something more medium, and then introduce the new aspect of the new point on the flavor scale. So we have a mild medium, a medium full, and then a full. So as we progress, and it all depends on the individual smoker, just if I need to dial them back a little bit, if they feel like we're going a little too fast, we take our foot off the pedal somewhat, and we take a step back, and we try to stay within that particular point on the scale. So if the mild medium was a good experience, and then we went to the medium and you felt it was too much, we'd go back to another mild medium. But then after we go to this 4th cigar, if you're ready to progress with that little bit of an introduction of the spice, then we go to something like a Habano. It's going to be sweet, it's going to have a little bit of spice in the background. And one of my true pleasures here at the Cigar Castle is taking the new smoker through the paces of the new cigars that they're experiencing, and to take them from the very mild to the very full, and just get them as excited about cigars as I am.
Yes, I see you're very excited, and I'm happy to work with him. So come to Cigar Castle because he's the best guy around.
So remember to subscribe to our channel and click us a thumbs up. Thank you. See you next time.